Hey guys, today I thought I would upload quickly a tutorial on, or not a tutorial, but working on some gravestones. I found this idea on Pinterest and then I looked it up all over YouTube. I've watched several different videos. Not sure if I could pull it off, but I thought I would at least share what I know and what I know not to work with you guys. So if you wanted to try your own, then you could. So the first thing you're going to need, and I'll list all these details in the info box, is foam board, any thickness, pink or blue, or if it comes in white or yellow, it doesn't matter. Just need some sort of foam board that you can cut up and use as your gravestone. Now, I picked these ideas pretty much out of my head. I did try some templates and it sort of worked, it sort of didn't, so it's pretty much whatever you want to do. If you want to do intricate ones, you can. If you don't, then you don't have to. This one had an accident right here. My husband broke it, so I just took some wood toothpicks. I don't know if I can pull it out. You can kind of see them there, and stuck it right back on there. And that's okay, because some old stones break. The cracks, I used a soldering iron, and I just kind of laid it at different thicknesses and stuff. I don't like that crack as much. That crack I don't like either. I like the more shallow cracks, like this one, because they just look more natural. Like, yeah, okay, broken stone doesn't break and clean, like, you know, breaks, but it isn't also jagged and super deep and rounded in some spots like that. But that's okay. We can kind of hide that. I have, and you can't really see it, I have traced out some stuff on here for our epitaph. Now, I know a lot of people do this print out, iron on thing. I don't have the capability for that. Wish I did, because it'd probably look awesome. The second thing is I have kind of gouged some of this stone, but that's okay. I don't mind. I did cover this with a layer of latex paint because the spray paint will eat through your blue board. Even with this layer of protective latex paint, if you spray if you spray the spray paint on too thickly, it will also eat through your stone. But that could give you some really neat effects if you do it carefully and in the right spot. It could look like weather damage or old stones or what have you. So the other thing that I have used with great success is I've used my Dremel tool. And this is just, you know, your generic multi-speed Dremel tool with a little kind of, I don't know if it's a sanding bit or what it is, but it works really good on carving these things out. So that's what I've used. The other thing that I've used a lot of is acrylic paints. And I use the brown for the lettering, and then I just make it look like lichen, I make it look like moss. I kind of paint it all over like weather spots and stuff, and I have different brushes. I have this one which gets into cracks really good. This one which does the lettering really good. So that's what I've used. To carve out my stone, I used a saw blade, just a little thin hacksaw blade that my husband had kicking around. You could use a utility knife, you could use a serrated knife, you could use, you could probably use a whole bunch of stuff. That's just what I had, and I'm all crooked now. That's just what I had, so that's what I used. So I thought that I would try, I don't know how well this is gonna work because this is on my iPod, so this is really a one-handed deal, but I thought I would show you how that works at carving out letters. So let's see. Let's see if I am smart enough and capable. I have it on the low setting. And alright, let's try. Not too bad. I can always go in and clean it up. Okay, it doesn't work so great one-handed, but as you can see, it does get in there and it does kind of make some clean lines. Yes, it gets kind of ripply over here, but I can fix that. The only thing that I will say is unless you're really steady with this, you do get uneven thickness in your letters. But that's not bad. So I'm going to, I think, finish carving this out, and then I will post a picture later to show you how it looks. But if you want to see some now, which I totally understand, let's take a little field trip. Okay. We're gonna go out my front door. Oh, that's my new scary specter. Yeah. He's just on my door. Okay. So we're gonna go outside to the graveyard. Okay. So this is one that I made this morning. I had cut out the stone and I decided to put a little head on it. So that's the one I just made. This is one of the first ones I've done on a piece of board that I spray painted and painted on. So you can see the difference. And then we have, ooh, if I can get over there, I don't know if I can, that one back there is the one that I carved out using the smaller pieces. And then we have my little bats and ghosts in the tree. And then we have this one. This is one, as you can see, it has the smaller cuts in it. That was used with a soldering iron, just the tip though, instead of using it in big giant cracks. And this also, I don't know if you guys can see it right here, this has got damage from the spray paint eating through the blue board. So that's what happens, just so you know. Now we'll go back inside where it's quiet. Ouch! That one's not mine. I got that at the dollar store 4 years ago. I have to fix it because I do like it. I'm just gonna go back inside. Da, 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 my Halloween planters I made. It's falling off. There. Mr. Bones. Alright, we're back inside. Ta-da! So that is pretty much all I figured out so far, is that the sanding bits on this work a lot better than the soldering iron. And as you can see on the Ichabod Crane stone, I used just a soldering iron to carve out my letters and it didn't work well. So I do recommend using one of these if you have it, or like a rotary tool with a different bit on it. And just if you have, obviously the rotary tool, it has the stabilizing, I don't know, attachment. I would recommend that because then you can gauge how deep it goes and how shallow it is, so it looks more uniform. But then again, I want my graves to look like they've been there for a long time, so the wiggly wobbly is fine with me. So that's all I have for today. I know this is really super short. I have family visiting, so this is the only time that I had any chance of getting a video done. So if you haven't, go ahead and click the subscribe button, hit the like button. Would love to have you as part of my family. If you have and you've stuck with me through everything, thank you so much. We are going to be starting to do Halloween makeup probably this weekend. I went and got some stuff at Ulta last night, so that should be interesting. And I've watched a couple videos because my daughter, as I said, wants to be a dark fairy, so I've watched a couple videos and we will try my hand at it and see how it goes. I promise you it will be entertaining if nothing else. So thanks for watching, stay tuned, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!